Ever wondered what happens after a pen testing report is delivered? Is that the end of the story? Absolutely not. Post-report delivery activities are as vital as the pen test itself. They ensure the efficacy of the pen test and fortify the client's system security. These activities, often overlooked, form the backbone of a complete and effective pen testing process. They provide the much-needed closure, ensuring all vulnerabilities are addressed. So, delivering the report is not the end, but merely the beginning of another crucial process. The first step in the post-report delivery process is getting client feedback. Now, why is this so crucial? Well, client feedback serves as a mirror, reflecting our work from the client's perspective. It helps us understand how well our findings and recommendations are interpreted and applied. Let's break it down. When a client provides feedback, they're essentially giving us an insight into their understanding of our report. If they find certain sections unclear or have questions about our recommendations, it means we need to improve clarity in those areas. Furthermore, feedback can also shed light on areas where our penetration testing might need adjustment. Perhaps there are unique aspects of the client's system we overlooked, or maybe our testing methods could be tweaked to be more effective. In essence, client feedback is not just criticism, it's a tool for continuous improvement. It helps us refine our reports and our testing methods, ensuring we provide a better service moving forward. Remember, a satisfied client is a repeat client. After incorporating client feedback, it's time to verify remediation. This is an essential step in the post-report delivery activities for a pen tester. The process of remediation verification is all about ensuring the vulnerabilities identified during the penetration testing have been adequately addressed and fixed by the client's internal team. Think of it as a quality control check. The goal here is to affirm that the client's system is no longer susceptible to the same attacks. This process is a blend of meticulous examination and technical know-how. It's like a detective re-examining a crime scene to ensure that all evidence has been thoroughly analyzed and understood. The pen tester's role in this phase is to recheck the identified vulnerabilities and confirm they have been properly patched. This might involve running some of the same tests as before, or even using new methods based on the client's changes. It's about being certain that the weaknesses previously exploited are now robust defenses. Sometimes the remediation process might reveal other vulnerabilities. This isn't a cause for alarm, but rather an opportunity for further strengthening the system. It's an iterative process, and each round of remediation verification brings the system closer to being as secure as possible. It's important to remember that the end goal is not just to fix vulnerabilities, but to enhance the overall security posture of the system. Only by confirming that the vulnerabilities are patched can we ensure the client's system security. The next step is retesting. Now it's time to get back into the trenches and test the system once again. Retesting is not just about going through the motions, it's an absolute necessity. It's the process that validates the effectiveness of the remediation measures that were implemented after the initial penetration test. Think of it as a seal of approval, a way to ensure that the solutions put in place are doing their job correctly and effectively. But that's not all. Retesting also serves another crucial purpose. It helps in uncovering any new vulnerabilities that might have been introduced during the remediation process. It's a bit like fixing a leaky pipe, only to find that the pressure has now caused a leak somewhere else. In cybersecurity, one fix can sometimes inadvertently lead to a new vulnerability, and retesting helps us catch these before they can be exploited. Remember, the goal here is not just to patch up problems, but to build a stronger, more secure system. By retesting, we can identify and address these new vulnerabilities, further bolstering the system's defenses. Retesting is like the final check in a rigorous process, a process committed to securing the client's system. It's the step that ensures every potential vulnerability, whether old or new, has been identified and addressed. It's the step that guarantees we have left no stone unturned in securing the client's system. Retesting ensures that no stone is left unturned in securing the client's system. The final step of post-report delivery activities is the delivery of the final report. This isn't just a token of completion, rather it's a testament to the entire process, a comprehensive record of findings and the result of diligent retesting. Now, you might be wondering, why is the final report so significant? Well, it's the culmination of all previous efforts, a testament to your thoroughness and a reflection of your professionalism. The final report is the last piece of evidence that encompasses every stage of the pen testing process. It includes the original vulnerabilities discovered, the remediation steps undertaken, and the results of retesting. This report doesn't merely enumerate the issues and their resolutions. It offers a complete overview of the entire pen testing process. It tells a story, the story of how the system was initially vulnerable, how these vulnerabilities were addressed, and how the system stood up to retesting. This narrative is not just for the immediate stakeholders, but it's a learning experience for everyone involved in maintaining the system's security. It's a guide, a reference, and a roadmap for future security measures. Much like a lighthouse guiding ships safely ashore, this report guides teams in navigating the sometimes stormy seas of cybersecurity. It highlights the areas that need attention and the ones that have been adequately fortified. The final report not only signifies the end of the pen testing process, but it also serves as a roadmap for future security measures. To wrap up, let's go over the main points we've covered today. We kicked off with understanding the importance of post-report delivery activities. These are not mere afterthoughts, but integral to the entire process of penetration testing. We then delved into the first step, client feedback. This is where we get to know how well we've communicated our findings and how the client perceives the vulnerabilities we've pointed out. Next, we moved on to remediation verification. Here we confirm if the suggested fixes have been implemented correctly, ensuring the vulnerabilities are effectively addressed. Retesting, our fourth step, is where we repeat the tests to check if the vulnerabilities have indeed been fixed. This is to ensure that the remedial measures have been effective. Lastly, we discussed the final report, the culmination of the entire process which documents all activities, findings, and actions taken. Remember, in pen testing, the work doesn't stop at the delivery of the initial report. The post-report activities are just as critical in ensuring a secure system for our clients.